What's good, y'all? It's your man Peasy Peas up in here. Another convo with Peasy edition. You already about to discuss episode 6 of Ballroom of the Circle NYC. I'm here in Honduras. I just invaded somebody's restaurant because I wanted to get a nice place where not only was it quiet, not only would the ants not be biting me, and not only is the sea crasher not too loud, I just wanted to make sure that it looked cool. So here we are. So I'm not gonna waste too much of y'all time. Let's get right into this discussion. This was a very interesting kind of episode because it was not really so much. It was a little bit of ballroom culture, but it was a little bit more about the personal relationships. And I think that was kind of the highlight, like most notably, just kind of showing more Bugs and his interactions with his partner Chad and his cousin Aoki, and just a little bit of other shit going on there. But I mean, first you have this Melly B and B Hawk situation at the beginning of the episode. I was kind of confused. I'm not necessarily sure what happened. I'm not hip to what happened on season 2. It's not really relevant to me. We're about season 3 right now, so I don't know if it's supposed to be like some friendly competition of like which season was better. But they was kikiing about it. I didn't get it. It was whatever. So can anybody else fill me in? But I'm just saying, season 3 is doing it for right now. We're not really here for dwelling on the past. I don't know if that's what that's all about. So clue me in on what the fuck going on, or maybe I need to watch it. I don't know. We'll figure it out. The next part we have Michelle LaFontaine. She was giving ballroom a little bit at the club she was at in Queens. I'm not necessarily sure where they were at in Queens, but it was a cute little gig that they had there. Earth Tone and Tom happened to show up. They always looking for the boppies, and it was what it was. So they finally met up and whatnot. After that, one thing I wanted to ask though, because it was revealed earlier in the season that Michelle LaFontaine is, I think, thinking about transitioning or is on her way to transitioning, and I guess doing drag to kind of give a little bit of a launching pad. I guess I don't know if it's supposed to be like that. Correct me if I'm wrong. Don't sue me. Chill. Just let me know if that's a thing, if that's something that's an option or a path that people take, doing drag as kind of like a way to kind of bridge themselves into the transitioning. And there was a little bit more information about the process, or how it works when people decide to transition. That's later in the episode. I'll get to that, but I just wanted to know about that because that was the part that I picked up on that was interesting to me. Then you got Chad and Bugs having a discussion, and they were discussing Chad going into the ballroom scene, and obviously Bugs is against it. And I'm just saying, I like how the fact that they actually brought it to the table, that they discussed it. That's the shit I like about relationships, like real committed ones, because they don't have to hide anything. They bring everything, they discuss it openly. Everybody gets their feelings out, and it is what it is. And I just really respect that about their relationship. I'm not questioning on Bugs, but I like the fact that he's actually, as much as he might put up a front, he's a very sensitive dude. Is what it's giving me. But and I like that because it's okay. I think just more on Buzz, the fact that he's like complete. He's like a complete package. Like he give you the hardcore, he give you the sensitivity, he give you the understanding. You know what I'm saying? He's just an all-around good dude, and this episode kind of showed more of that than pretty much anything else. So I just props to the Baileys for making that work and kind of bringing that across to the LGBT community at large, because we need more examples of that. A lot of times people think of relationships, sometimes it be the drama element, and That's not always necessarily the case. Fucking flies around here, like fucking fuck. But anyway, I just like seeing that side of the shit. And I really respect long-term relationships and people that really dug it out and they make it work. So that was just my 2 cents on that. The next episode, or excuse me, next in the episode, you had Travis and his WTF party. It was What the Fuck Wednesday's party. It looked like it was cool. I didn't get an invite. I would have showed up. I would have showed out. I'm just saying, Travis, listen, I know some people are here for the beard, and you actually making moves out there, Travis. That's what's up. I'm not knocking it. I'm not knocking it. I'm not necessarily here for that entire beard situation that you got. It's fire that you got it. You know what I'm saying? It look like it's well kept, but I'm just not here for it, dog. I'm sorry. You know what I'm saying? But do you? And your What the Fuck Wednesday's party, it looks like it was popping. David showed up. I wonder if the rest of the circle knew about it. I'm just, curious about that. Maybe they would have showed up. I don't know. It kind of looked icy, the situation between him and some of the rest of the cast members, because it doesn't really look like he interact with the rest of them, but we haven't seen it yet. So, maybe we'll see it in further episodes. After that, you had Aoki and Bugs. They met up later. They're kind of just talking about how Aoki doesn't really feel like she's where she wants to be yet, to go back to see family, and Bugs is kind of like telling her, kind of like helping her through that and discussing it. And so that's the shit that I'm saying. And they're actually related, which is what's cool, because when you're out living your dreams, when you're out trying to find yourself, you're trying to like deal with your identity, you're trying to come into age and whatnot, you don't necessarily get the most support for some of the decisions that you make. And that's okay. And that's, you just have to learn to accept that shit. And I like how they, just discussed it frankly, that she's not happy where she is right now. But let me tell you this. From my experience, people are going to meet you where you at if they really fuck with you. If they don't fuck with you, then they not. As simple as that. You know what I'm saying? So I can understand the insecurity where that comes from, because I felt the same way at some points too. And still, even sometimes, I'm not always open with some of my family members about what I'm doing. But I feel like if they really want to know what I'm doing, and they're gonna show interest, or they're gonna figure out how to find out what it is that I'm doing, like this video right here. If they want to see me in action, then they go find the video. You feel me? That's the support. You know what I'm saying? But I understand, like, it's hard for some family members maybe to support some of the things that you're doing, or some of the lifestyle choices that you are living, or whatnot, or whatever the case may be. And it's okay. And it's good to see that Aoki has that one family member that they can turn to actually talk it out and figure their feelings out. One thing about Aoki, though, I know that Aoki has also been in the ballroom scene too. And Bugs has been in the ballroom scene. And they might have had their share of good and bad experiences there. I think Aoki is going back to teach. I think she's teaching performance. Runway, sorry about that. Teaching runway somewhere for the House of Soldier. That comes up later in the episode. But, you know what I'm saying, as far as like Chad is concerned, I would say that if you can accept it one way, then, let Chad live a little bit. You know what I'm saying? You can guide him, you know what I'm saying, the do's and don'ts and whatnot. Just be frank about everything and be open to discuss everything. I wouldn't say completely let Chad be shut out of the whole thing, because, you don't want to deprive somebody of an experience that they really want to have. And it looks like Chad went and did it anyway. Chad is going in, and at the very end, what we see is Chad actually going in to talk and meet with the House of Soldier, met with Mother, and we're gonna have to see what happens from there. So that was where the episode left off. But I forgot one more thing, it was the session that Bugs had with Earth Tone. They were doing the song Nightfall, and actually that was one of the sessions that I was at. I engineered that session, and of course you guys might have heard the song by now. It's a dope record, and I was definitely happy to support the dudes in there. It came out tight. They ended up doing the video later. We'll see if that ends up in the series. But it was a cute thing. But they also discussed, Earth Tone was making he made an allusion or a reference, to transitioning kind of being like childbirth. And I thought that was interesting as well. Like, and it looks like it is, because you are kind of birthing the real you. You know what I'm saying? Shot, I'm transitioning too. That's what this PZ Royale mixtape is all about. I'm transitioning from the old me to the real me. You feel me? All right. Enough of that. But thanks for tuning in. That was the recap. I'm waiting to see what's going on next episode. I'm sorry this took so long. I was trying to find the best place to legit do this, because I'm in the village. It ain't like there's too many places for me to sit and do this type of thing. But the fact that the restaurant let me come in here and sit, they didn't bother me. They letting me do whatever loquera that I'm doing. I think they might think I'm doing some crazy shit out here, but this is the recap, and I'm gonna try to be more timely with it. We'll see when next episode comes out. I'm gonna try to push it out a little bit quicker. But don't forget, subscribe to me if you haven't already. You know what I'm saying? And stay tuned. Subscribe. You're gonna get access to my mixtape. You're gonna get access to all the content that I put on YouTube, which is these recaps. And I'm out here having a good time. Follow me on all your other social networks as well: SoundCloud, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. I.K.P. for President. That's me. You're ready. Holla at your boy. The real Peasy is here. Convo with Peasy. That was the recap. The streets is still out here with me. I did bring the streets. In case y'all wondering where the streets is. The streets is all around me. Like, you know what I'm saying? But I do got the streets, like, in its physical form. I did bring him. He's out here. I just don't have it right now. Next time, we'll see what happens. Holla at your boy. You already.